this video session. So in previous class, we have studied about select along with classes. So DML comments along with the select classes. So today we are going to see the continuation of select classes like group by class and order by class. So first we will see what is a group by class, what is order by class, and syntax of each and everything, and one example query of it. So at last we will see the differences between group by and order by class. First, we will start with the order by class. So order by is a keyword which used to make your result set in ascending order or descending order. To sort your result set, the order by keyword is used. So the default set of order by keyword is ascending order. If you want to perform on descending order, then you have to use one more keyword called DESE. It's not describe, it is descending. It's the short form of descending. And suppose if you want to mention even the ascending order, you can go with ASC. Even though it is default, you can use that ASC keyword. It will not throw any kind of error. So we'll go with the syntax. So here I have given a syntax of order by class. You can see very well. So we will be starting with select. Here I have mentioned the column names. These column names are optional. If you don't have any specification related to columns names, then you can very well use the star. It reminds all the columns. And after the from, you have to mention your table name, which table you are applying the order by keyword. Then you can mention based on which column you're trying to sort the result set. It can be one column or it can be multiple columns. And this ASC is optional. And if you want to sort out in descending order, then you can use the DESC keyword for descending. So this is the syntax for the order by. We will see this same syntax with one example. So here I have taken a table. So the table name is employee. So my table name is employee. And I have to sort my datas, EID, name, salary, department based. And the sorting should be completely done based on the variable, that is the column name department. So I'll be starting the query over here. So select we know, and there itself we got employee ID, name, salary, department. So these three columns should be sorted out. So I'm going to give all those 4 columns, and from is a keyword and my table name is employee. So after that, I'm going to use my keyword here, that is order by for sorting. And my sorting should depend on a particular variable, that is department. And I don't have any constraints like descending order, so I can directly go with an ascending order. This ASC is not mandatory. If you're not giving the ASC also, it will be sorting in the ascending order. So we will see some more examples on this order by in the next session. In this session, we are going to see basics introduction about the order by classes only. So the next thing is group by. So group by statement is used to group the rows. We are going to group the rows, which is having the same value. And this group by function or a group by class are oftenly used with aggregate functions. So this aggregate functions also we will be seeing in the later sessions. We have 5 different aggregate functions. I have listed in that some 4 aggregate functions: average, max, count, and minimum. And we have one more like sum. So that is also comes into the aggregate functions. And you should remember one thing based on this group by functions. I said clearly, like we are going to group the rows. How we are going to group the rows? We are going to group the rows based on the similarities on the attributes. So we are going to group the rows based on the columns. So that is the a very tricky part about a group by class. So we will start with an syntax and then we will move to the example. Here I have given a syntax for a group by class. So select I have given here. So that is a keyword. And here I have given the function name. This function name denotes an aggregate functions. So it is an optional thing. If you are using an aggregate function, so it should come after your select statement, after your select keyword. And if you have any other columns to be shown, that columns also you can specify after the select keyword. And from is a keyword and you can mention your table name. After that, if you have any constraints, that is your conditions are there, any particular conditions given in the query, that you can go with var class. And then you can give the group by. So group by, you have to specify the column name. In the previous thing itself, I told we are going to group the rows based on the columns. So I have to give the column which I'm going to take consideration for grouping. So it can be one or it can be more than one. And even I can club the group by and order by also in the same query. And we have one more point of concern about the var and group by. So in the later sessions, we will be discussing about usage of var class along with the group by class and usage of having class along with the group by class. So that time we will go in detail about usage of var in different places of group by class. So now we will go for an example on this. So the same table I have taken, the employee table. So here also I'm going to group based on the department column. And I'm going to group the rows based on the column department. So select department is my column name. And I'm going to use a function called sum. This is an aggregate function. So I'm going to calculate a salary of each department. For example, if I have 5 members in a manager cadet, so all 5 members salary sum I'm going to calculate. After that, if I have a clerk post, so in the clerk I have 10 members. So that 10 members sum will be shown. So manager 5 members salary and clerk 10 members salary sum will be shown. So we will group. Based on the group, we will apply the aggregate functions on the group. So that is the principle of group by along with the aggregate functions. So next we will see the difference between this order by and group by classes. So first difference, the group by statement used to group the rows, which is having the same values. And order by, it will sort the result set either in ascending order or descending order. And this group by allows, the result of group by can be used for view statements. So view is also another concept which is used in SQL queries. So we will be seeing in the future sessions. But the order by result, the result set of order by will not be considered for the view statements. And in select statement, it is always used before the order by keyword. So we will use order by keyword before. And that means a group by statement will be used before the order by. So or group by, then you have to give the order by. And here it's a contradictory. So you have to use order by after the group by only. And here attribute in the sense your columns cannot be grouped under aggregate functions. I said, based on the attribute, we are going to group the rows. That means based on the attribute, we are going to group the rows. So it is not possible to group an attribute under aggregate functions. Here, we can able to attribute, we can able to aggregate, use the aggregate function under attribute. And one more thing is the point which we have discussed earlier in group by class, the tuples, that means the rows are grouped based on the similarity between the attribute values of tuples. Whereas here the result set is sorted based on the ascending or a descending order. And here the group by controls the presentation of tuples. Yes. For example, if you have some 15 members under PGT computer science, so all the 15 members presentation will be moved together. So the entire presentation will be changed based on the grouping. Here it will change the presentation of the columns, not the rows. Based on the column, we will rearrange it, but we will not change the position. So these are the differences between a group by and order by class. So in the next session, we will take 1 or 2 examples. So based on the examples, we'll go for some queries and we will see how each and every query will work on group by and order by statements. So we will discuss that in detail in the next session. Thank you for all.